Hey y'all, welcome to episode 2 of eetj Halloween. This is a little pumpkin look I came up with the other day. I was still sick, wasn't feeling good, trying to keep my spirits up, but I got pretty bad news before filming this. So yeah, I just went right on in with doing my makeup and tried to focus on something a little bit more lighthearted. So I'm sketching out the shape of my pumpkin head here first. I'll flash an image real quick of the design that I sketched before starting this. And I kind of wish I referred to the image more throughout the process. However, I did not. I was listening to Riverdale and just busting it out to kind of take my mind off of things, which I highly recommend if you're ever in a rut or going through something pretty heavy. Just sit down and put some makeup on, mess around, get messy with it, put glue on your freaking eyebrows, dude. Whatever helps you through, As I'm recording this, it is World Mental Health Day, and October is not only Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And just saying a shout out to all of the survivors out there. Shit's heavy. Also, I'm recording this voiceover near a park, so if you hear kids having fun in the background, just deal with it. I'm trying to have some giggles because they're having some giggles, and hey, it is what it is. But let me talk some makeup with you. I am blending where the colors meet, as you can see. I'm trying to leave those orange lines pretty harsh because I'm going to outline them with black later. Now, I wish I set this with a limey yellow-green powder. However, this is where I effed up. I used this lime green pigment, and I just was like, well, here we are. And I didn't feel like just taking off the middle. I don't know why. I could have just taken off that middle, but I was like, well, too late now. No going back. So I went balls to the wall. Went ahead, set the green with that neon pigment, and set the orange with some orange eyeshadow. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill 2 palette, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, and girl, trusting the process. Because, oh my gosh, this was quite the journey, and throughout it I was like, is this even worth it? I should probably just delete this. However, as I added some definition back into the green on my face with a bit of orange paint and a smaller brush, I was like, all right, we can do something with this. It's not going to be exactly what I pictured. However, it's going to be all right. We're going to define our shapes now to our pumpkin with some black liner and face paint. I just added little ridges like you would see on a pumpkin. And yeah, I would probably map out a lot of things differently if I did this again. So added that in text for you. Basically anything I put just a cream product on my face, I set with a matching powder on top. And those short parallel lines are just to make the shapes pop a little bit because they looked a little out of place without some framing. I used this little water activated white paint, but I wish I just used a white cream, and I also immediately regretted this and wish I used a smaller freaking brush, dude. But this whole look was just a lesson of committing to the bit and going with the flow, letting the look turn out how it was meant to, and making notes for y'all if you try this out. I don't know why. Sometimes I just do these makeup looks to literally practice my creativity. So it's much less about if anybody actually recreates it. However, if you do, please tag me in a recreation. I would love to see your looks. eetjii on TikTok or Instagram. That is literally just my initials, but 2 because it's my second account. Anyway, finishing up my nose here. And you guessed it, we're gonna set that with black eyeshadow and also add some of those little defining lines around the nose shape. Yes, very nice. And then add your stem. I added some swirly vines as well. You can do with or without, whatever your heart desires. Truly, it is up to you. Now, you could totally stop here, but I found these little black studs, and I was like, wait, this makes it kind of a little more on that punk vibe that I was feeling with my big black tear, Yeah, I wasn't feeling my best, y'all. It was really terrible news. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It still is absolutely terrible news. Just kind of going with the punches life throws lately, because we can never control the punches that life throws, but we can control what we do in response to those. And 9 out of 10 times I'm gonna just crash out. However, somehow I managed to sit my ass down and just put some makeup on my face, put some studs on my face. All that you are missing here is a little bit of mascara, which my storage, of course, ran out. Yeah. And that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this look. I do have something a bit prettier up my sleeve for next week for episode 3, so I hope y'all will stick around, but enjoy this little montage. I'm encouraging you to channel your emotions into something creative and productive this week, maybe something in the theme of the spooky season. However, whatever you do, take care of yourself, take care of the people you love, and we'll talk soon. As always, thanks for stopping by. Love you.